New Korra was up, and everyone watched it. And here's my reaction, ACA review, ACA whatever you want to call it, video. I really liked it. I thought it was a big step up from the first two episodes, which were pretty much the openers to the season. Uh, I liked it a lot more because I really liked that it focused a little bit on more the Civil War, and I liked where it was going with it way more than what I was thinking. I For some reason I just thought it was gonna be straight up like a battle, like literally like just a war was gonna happen. But the way they handled it was really nice. It was awesome. I like that they put Korra in a very tough spot, uh, and everyone's saying like, oh, she's a brat, blah blah. I like her more. I think they made her character a lot better in this episode because it made more sense why she was acting the way she was. I mean, the the episode immediately just put her in the spot of, well, your uncle or your family, and it's like, whoa, what? And my only complaint is that it kind of stems from the beginning of the season is uh, the villain was a little too easy to spot, and before you can kind of say the same complaint about the first season, but at least there was an ominous thing about him. So you don't know his face. I mean, there was something there that was just underneath the surface. Well, this is just like, well, he's evil. Ooh, if he had a mustache, he'd twirl it around his finger, and it's just that's what I just didn't like about the villain. The villain was more of that almost. It was just more cliched, and that's not really a negative thing to say about the show because that's kind of what I come to expect from a show that is on that kind of network, and that's not a negative thing or it's like, oh, we'll see how stupid it is. But for a show that wants to get the demographic is people who watch Nickelodeon, which are elementary, middle school age. So their stories that can be very clear cut and just kind of simple, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So I mean, the way that who the villain is and all that, it's fine. But the one thing that really surprised me about this episode is that I love that they finally stepped into the childhoods of Tenzin, Boomy, and Kia. I think that's how I pronounce her name. But and a lot of people after that were just instantly saying, "Oh, Aang was a terrible dad. Look at this," and it's just I disagree with that. And then there's other subjects saying, "Well, he was only bonding with Tenzin because he's an airbender." And it's like, I don't think it's that either. I mean, I think part of it was that, but I think mainly because, and I have a feeling is that what I say is actually going to be the explanation of what's going on, but potential spoilers. I think the reason why Aang treated his children differently was because, I mean, I think he treated them all the same, as a normal father would, but I think the reason why he gave Tenzin the most attention was he was probably the most picked on in the group. Boomy and Keo were instantly picking on Tenzin in season two, and I think when they were kids, they were picking on each other as well. So to me, I just think that since they both kind of picked on Tenzin the most, since he was like the baby of the siblings, it kind of makes sense that Aang would take him away from those two because if Tenzin wasn't having a good time and it was an everyday thing. I mean, I don't think no parent would want to see their own kid being picked on by their brother and sister. So to me, I just think that Aang just kind of spent the time to hang out with Tenzin and see Tenzin happy because I don't think he was happy with Kia and Boomy picking on him constantly. Because it said that he was sensitive and all that, so I think that's really what they were going with, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is why why things are the way they are. So that's personally my idea as to why Aang treated Tenzin differently than the others. But that's just me. Uh, and people are and that's my opinion. I just think it's more of Tenzin's really is being picked on. I think he would feel better if take him out and do all this kind of stuff. So I think that's uh, the story that's gonna happen. Uh, but overall, the episode I really like it. Can't wait for part two. Overall, this season's been good. The one thing that this show has done that I think is great that no other show has is the pacing is so great that you think that you're watching like a 40-minute show, then it's actually like 30 minutes, and that's like whoa, excuse me. So yeah, it's like that's really cool. The animation I still think is really good. A lot of people were, saying the animation sucks. I don't see that. I really think the animation is very well done. I think it's better than the first season, but that's just me. That's it for this video. Stay tuned next time when the next episode comes up or something.